Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down things that you may say anything else. Tyler Podcast, I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden. We're back.
Hi.
Back from
Welcome
IR.
back.
We're back. Key emphasis on back.
Yes. My back is back, folks.
Back's back.
I'm healed.
Kath had a backiotomy.
We're 100% healed. Sorry.
Yep. They replaced my spine. It went great. It really did. If you're someone who had the problem I had, a herniated disc, and they say, we can do surgery and take it out, do it. Thumbs up. Let me be your doctor and say, it's a good idea.
If I'll go one further, if your back hurts at all, have your whole spine replaced, which is not
Crack
what
it
Kath had
open.
done.
If you're
Yeah.
going in for spinal surgery, you're about to go under, and you see that the surgeon is sub-zero. I gotta say, might not. It's a little aggressive surgically.
The extraction will be quick, but it will not be painless. It will. If you got something else to do the same day as surgery, then
The extraction. It's like, I don't think I'm having anything extracted. Hang on. I need everything that's in there. I just need a little bit of cleanup, I think, is what needs to happen. So
I had something extracted, and in my mind, it looked like one of those pimple popping videos. Like that's what they did, except inside my spine. That's
we just
my
started.
image of
I got to
it.
imagine them popping your spine. Come on. Oh,
They popped all the
God.
junk out of my disc.
sounds like it feels good.
I mean, it did feel good.
They didn't put you under anesthesia. They were like, "You're gonna want to feel this. This feels pretty good."
Finally.
Nice.
No, but like it was like the pain I was having that I was having the surgery for was gone right away. Like right away. It was crazy. Like I woke up and then something else hurt a lot
Kath
because they cut me
sprinted
open.
to the squat
but
rack. She was like, "Finally!"
It's like, let me do this here so when I inevitably hurt it again, we could just go right back. You could just unstitch those stitches you just put in.
It's time for me to try to impress a trainer right now. I
Yep.
have to do
Yeah.
this.
Where's the hospital squat rack? Point me in the direction.
Where's the nurse's gym in here? Where's
Right.
the employee weight room? Exactly.
Yeah. No, I can walk. I'm on camera. I'm sitting upright instead of lying in bed on a heating pad. It's pretty great. Thumbs up. Knock on wood. I feel like as soon as I say this, I'm going to have something go wrong now that I've put it on wax. These podcasts go to vinyl, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I suppose a judge, maybe that's why judges bang their gavel, to knock on wood. That's 3 bangs to go, and we hope you don't do this again. God, one can only hope.
That's actually
It's just some extra insurance that their ruling is correct.
Yeah.
That's what that Mighty Mighty Bosstones song is actually about. Never had to knock on wood. This means he was never a judge.
Never caught a case.
Yeah.
I've never caught a Mighty Mighty Bosstones song in full,
yes,
or
you have.
even in part, I think, and I'm happy about that. I feel like
That
that's
cannot
fine.
be true.
That doesn't seem right.
I'm sure I've heard one and not know what it is, but after all, why would I know what it is? I'd be like, it's one of those bands.
You've
this
heard
is
the
a
one.
this is a
Sure
song
you've
by
heard the
Clueless,
one.
right? You've seen Clueless?
No,
That's a different one.
Wow.
I might have avoided
What's
them
the
completely.
one? Don't they do Knock on Wood in Clueless?
No, it's Someday I Suppose is the song they sang
yes.
in Clueless.
Featuring guy who just dances prominently.
Yeah, well, of course, he's a key part
Their
of the
best band member.
That's right.
Yeah, no,
I saw them live when I was a freshman in high school, and it was my one and only attempt at crowd surfing, and I got dropped immediately, and I never did it again.
the Mighty
At
Mighty,
Mighty Bosstones.
Well, everyone's throwing their hands around like a fucking idiot. How are they going to pick you up? They got to
Everyone
skank.
got their hands caught in their wallet chains, and they couldn't get them up in time
Yep.
to catch you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which, let me tell you, as a young teenage girl self-conscious about your weight, don't crowd surf. It's
You're gonna get.
feel good.
It's a question you maybe didn't want to ask. You got the answer to. Yeah,
It wasn't you. They were too busy resting their thumbs in their checkerboard suspenders.
Yeah.
Again.
Imagine a ska guy, but sitting like an old guy on a porch where it's like, oh, dadgum.
I'm
Just kind of
imagining,
stretching those.
Like the sort of median audience member of that concert, and I have to say, I do not think that a teenage girl is anywhere near the higher percentile of the weight situation.
Oh, absolutely
regardless.
not. Absolutely not. Yeah. No, and they were playing. Their openers were some more like punkier bands. If you're a ska fan from the early 2000s, it was Catch-22 and Kicked in the Head. So it was like more aggro than your average.
Their openers were the Big Fat
They're
Twins on
honking
bikes.
that trumpet
They
hard
actually
as
opened
fuck,
for them.
brother. They're going crazy on it. That's the Scott G.G. Allen emptying his spit valve on the audience. That's what he's doing, firing his spit valve out of his trumpet all over the front row.
Yeah, the GG stands for Get It Up, Get It Up. People don't know that.
Oh. Scott G.G. Allen of the Suspenders.
He did a
Oh,
country
boy.
album, you know. He branched out. He did some experimental
Well,
stuff.
I mean, we say branched out. It's not like he was making music to start with.
That's
it was
true. It
secondary.
kind of transcended genre in a way.
Oh yeah, like you're shitting in an acoustic guitar now. Whoa, all right.
Buried in New
Country.
Hampshire.
He's getting
New
back.
Hampshire
He's
native.
getting back to the basics.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
He
What this
passed
is all
on.
about.
yeah,
He
he
did.
did. Oh,
He shuffled off this mortal
Oh,
coil.
it really got me. Okay.
Patty's AI camera's following him around his room.
That's
It's-
right.
Yeah, Patty has one of those cameras that the TikTok dancers use, where it centers your head at all times. He's busting so many moves.
That's right. I'm going to learn a bunch of stupid dances, and that's how I'm going to become rich until something causes major strife in my personal life, and then that's it. So,
Yeah, and then that's it. And
That's
then
it.
what does that mean? You're
that's
gonna do?
curtains.
passes
Curtains,
on.
curtains for me.
It's straight to hell.
When I
with
die,
me.
could you please say it was curtains for me? Because that
Yeah, that'll be
announce it
the
that way?
obituary title. Curtains for Kath.
curtains
K.
for Kath.
It's my flowers for Algernon. Curtains for Kath.
It's over. She's cooked.
Yeah.
She
Trying
passed
to
on.
remember the name of yeah.
Extremely 42-year-old guy voice. Chat, am I cooked? Like, you know,
Yes.
so that's very yeah.
I was
cook
watching
here?
a teacher on TikTok give like a rundown of he gives like a weekly rundown of like what kids in his classroom are saying. He teaches middle school. Yeah, and Chat, am I cooked? I think is older than they are at this point.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's very out.
I don't need
It's
to
very
know what
out.
young people are saying unless they're like my emergency room doctor, and it's like the way they convey the information. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
They tell you you're cooked.
it's just going to make me mad because I'm going to think it sounds stupid, and I don't need to
Yeah.
put that into my, what's the...
Some of
what-
it's funny. Every once in a
Yeah.
while, they have like a funny one. Like one thing they're doing that I did think was funny is instead of saying like "get out of here" or something, they say "call your Uber," which I think
That's
is pretty
funny.
funny.
That's
yeah,
good.
they got good ones every once in a while.
Some of the
Nobody say the fucking number. Shelby especially. I don't
Oh,
wanna
the
deal with
number's
that.
over. The number's
We're
dead.
not doing the number. No more of that.
now it's time for me to start saying it. No, what's the? It's like
The runway's clear.
yeah. Some of the like the portmanteau stuff is not extremely not for me. What was it?
I
Like
got one
maxing
shot
and-
at, so I'm crashing out.
It's not, something with low key, but it's like low key in another word, and I heard it like twice, and it made me want to die. Low
I also feel like
genuinely, I think.
Low
is what it is.
genuinely.
No. Stop that. But that has to
Yeah.
stop.
Some of the stuff I feel like is just like a PR release or like it's something spread by some like PR person trying to use it and misusing it, and they're laughing at us regardless. So I think that's why I just don't engage with it.
I
I'm
just
like,
think
I'm
it's
not gonna-
interesting. I'm not incorporating those into my vocabulary.
This is how they're trying to divide us.
Yeah.
If we want them to stop using it, we should start saying it.
That's true.
That's the only
Yeah.
way. But yeah, I just find it interesting.
No,
But-
it's interesting, and I'm like, that's what I'm thinking about it because what you put in me there was you're like, well, if you want to stop, you should start, and then I was truly at a quandary where I was like, I don't.
Yeah, but then
I
I
do
say
want it
it.
to stop, but I'm not going to say any of them.
Right. I'm not
I'm
willing
not
to
doing
compromise my own dignity.
If you want young people to stop being annoying, you have to become really annoying. It's like, but then I'm annoying. I don't want to be annoying. Also,
Yeah.
I don't want no one to be annoying.
6-7. What's up?
Oh, Shelby.
Everyone's
I
favorite.
do. I don't know if it's just like a lot of like. I feel like there is a leak over of like maybe
My
because
boss said 6-7.
oh now two people have fucking said it. No, my punch card will remain clean. I guess maybe just because like everybody or a lot of people play games now. There's like a lot of like weird, somewhat specific game speak that's like crossed over, like saying like people are just tanking something. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know if that's just me though. Maybe that's just the
I
young
think that
Twitch
was
crowd.
a phrase before video games.
Tanking
something?
in
Yeah.
what way though?
Tanking meaning sitting there and just taking it.
Oh yeah, that is different.
No,
I thought
like-
tanking
Yeah.
was like you were blowing it.
Like losing intentionally or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
No, like tanking, like standing there and just like
Right, because you're like
you
the
know,
big
just
guy who
enduring.
has the
You're the
highest
tank.
defense. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
highest H people. You know what I'm talking about here. But yeah. So maybe it's just like I don't know. It just crossed over to that point, and they're not fucking. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything the old people want them to do, which is apparently to fuck. That's one thing we're very preoccupied with the younger
Old people are very
generation.
worried about that. Yeah, a lot of op-ed writers.
I was
very
rooting for you.
upset.
We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
How
Yeah.
dare you?
How dare you?
I still don't. I mean, I know what show it's from, but the context of that does not. I would be curious to know how.
Well,
What-
there's a whole documentary on it you can watch.
Oh, how they're all. It was all evil and bad and stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty evil. That moment, though, like, I remember watching that live. Very good television. Really good stuff.
What could that? How dare you? Like, did the person do like a
Isn't that
9/11
She just,
themed
like-
dress or something? Like,
she
what
just,
is
like,
it?
9/11 themed
Yeah.
dress.
I don't know. I forget what show that is. Is that the model show or
It's the
something?
model
else?
show.
Okay.
She wasn't
basically-
anorexic enough during an immunity challenge.
Right. Okay. Yes.
She basically just, like, didn't want to be a model anymore because the show
How
sucked.
dare you?
And
How
Tyra got
dare-
so
how
mad.
dare you?
Yeah.
She just, like, what quote unquote, like, wasn't taking
I
it
was rooting for
seriously
you. We were
enough.
all rooting for you. How dare you?
You're not
That's
taking.
to-
You're not taking this fake thing seriously enough.
Right. This fake thing that's just like where we feed you iceberg lettuce all day and let you sleep for 3 hours a night.
Like a turtle.
Yeah, literal turtle
And then you
life.
have to do. You're going turtle mode, and then you have to do the dumbest fake photo shoot of all time.
Get under your
where-
lamp.
Yeah. You only get 3 strawberry leaves. That's it. That's your whole day.
I can't express to you how stupid the challenges on the show were. The one that everyone talks about that is like so insane and funny is like they did one where they were the 7 deadly sins and they had one plus size model and they made her gluttony. Like
Oh no.
they were just so crazy. Like yeah, it was it was a time.
It was 7 themed. They were like, today one of you will end up in the box, and that means they're gonna cut their head off and give it to Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Or they just like throw them out of a plane and be like, you're modeling while you're skydiving. Like
Yeah.
just the stupidest shit. It was great. It was great
will-
television. It did like ruin a lot of people's lives, and Tyra Banks is allegedly a real piece of work, but
I also feel like that's, to me, I was like, I could be any of those, because I feel like that in the whole reality genre is summed up by someone screaming, "How dare you!" That's
Yes.
like what I imagine if it's playing in the other room or something.
the thing that
A
like
lot of, "How
unites
dare you."
all reality shows, like whether they're a game show, whether it's Bravo, whatever, someone yelling "How dare you!"
For you. How
Yeah,
dare you?
Jeopardy people are always yelling, "How dare you!" Well, no longer. R.I.P.
Would you consider
Ken
Jeopardy a
Jennings.
reality show?
Well, you just said game shows, so I just there's the bridge for me.
Jeopardy
That's
reality
true.
competition.
I meant like a competition show, I guess is better.
Yeah,
with that.
we can't sully
Yeah.
the good name of quiz-based shows
No, of course
with
not.
lumping them in. Yeah, no, I the whole thing, it's just like people screaming, and then the "How dare you!" Oh God, sorry, that almost brought something very funny to my mind, and then it went away like a wisp. I can feel myself grasping at smoke.
Like
Hey,
the
everybody.
Flash. Well, should we
Yeah.
do numbers then?
Let's do numbers.
I'm cooked. Am I cooked?
You'll
Chad?
remember halfway through.
Number 5.
Number 5 comes to us from Betty Jesser in the Discord. If you would like to submit stories to our podcast, you can join our Patreon at the $10 a month level, get access to our private Discord channels, and submit stories. This one is really near and dear to my heart. I had I had a similar thing happen to me once. I wonder if Shelby has too. This is, I think, a fairly common cat owner problem, but
okay, really something happened to your cat. I thought you were like, this happened to you? When did this happen to you?
Okay, well,
everybody knows that Shelby doesn't like the vet.
Yeah.
Shelby flips out when he has to go to the vet.
He won't come out of his crate. He won't go in the crate, and then he won't come out of it when he gets there.
He's doing something weird in there.
Shelby's hiding in the back of his carrier. I can't reach him.
Up against the back wall. Just flattened. Yep.
Paws going crazy on a Roadcaster Pro.
They have to
firing
get
off
that
sound effects.
They have
Like
to get that
keyboard cat.
press thing to scoop him out. The panini press.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Why didn't you put it out the night before so I could get used to it?
You got to put some of his favorite treats in there and leave it out the night before. Yeah, if you haven't guessed from our picture here, this was a cat in Kansas who had to go to the vet. Hate when that happens. And this cat, understandably, didn't want to go in the carrier, and he hid. And he decided to hide, I guess initially under a recliner, but then got stuck inside the recliner. And the fire department had to come to literally unscrew this recliner to get this cat out. He was really caught up in the works. So yeah, they did get him out. He did go to the vet, but it was a real process. Destroyed this recliner.
This cat is looking like Smarf from the Too Many Cooks video. Like, this is a real...
It's a real classic looking cat. I also
his facial expression is real, unhand me. Is what this guy is saying.
It's very succulent Chinese meal for sure. That's it's extreme succulent Chinese meal energy. I also enjoy this sentence. The cat's pudgy belly jutted out as the recliner's leg threatened to crush its chest. It feels dark, but it feels like one of those sentences that uses every letter in the alphabet. So you on a font website, that's what would pop up. So you can be like, oh, I can see what all the letters look like together. Yeah, it's stuck as hell.
This happened to me kind of when I was moving out of my old apartment. And
you got stuck in a chair?
I got stuck in a chair. I was so nervous about the change. I hate change. So I crawled into the lining of our sofa and... No, I had to cut Zelda out of an old couch like fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Full on, because she'd gotten all up in it. There was a hole in the bottom lining and she'd crawled up in it and it was really scary. I had to turn this couch on its side and then pull her out of it. She was not thrilled.
Wow. Yeah, that's okay, that's
why?
Yeah.
Why is she going in there? One of those times you wish you could ask one question. Why have you done this?
It's really hard to...
How dare you?
The problem, the mistake that I made was that I moved her last instead of moving her first. Moving her first would have been the move. Getting her out of the apartment she was familiar with, as opposed to slowly moving everything in the apartment she was used to around for a number of days and then trying to grab her.
Well, I completely understand and support her, reasoning to be mad. But her methods of packing herself into the wall like she's going to haunt you or something, she's trying to create a fucking ghost situation, fuck this house. I'm shoving myself into the drywall and dying in here.
If her goal was to go somewhere where I was not going to be able to get her easily, she did make that decision well. There was nowhere worse she could have gone as far as accessibility for me to put her in a carrier.
Flay your couch to get her back out.
Joke's on you. I already had to get that. I had to take a chainsaw to that couch anyway because it doesn't fit. So
yeah,
I did have to flay it. I really did. Thankfully, it was a couch that was going in the garbage anyway, but I had to gut it to get it out. Recliner, definitely worse. This guy was definitely way more trapped.
Well, we all have seen the prediction markets going wild. Is Eli going to tell the snake story on this?
I feel like I'm being set up here. I was going to say. This feels like the fucking Bart meme. It's say the line. And
Say the line.
People get so mad when I tell. I'm not going to tell the whole thing now. And if you're somebody who doesn't listen to the podcast and you go, "What's a snake story?" I'd love to hear it. Well, I'm sorry, but I've been slapped on the knuckles one too many times, and they're red and raw, and I'm not going to tell the whole fucking story again.
That's what we should be talking about.
But
It's
my
for
uncle
it's for the OGs. It hasn't been
Yeah.
it hasn't been told in a very long time, I feel.
my uncle who collected. I was going to say raised, but I think that's generous. But he was a very nice guy.
He
but
wasn't
had
a good
bunch of
father to them.
Snakes.
He just
he
had
was
them.
nice to them.
He didn't raise them.
Yeah. He wasn't teaching him how to ride a bicycle, which would be very difficult.
He wasn't playing catch with them. Well, you can't play catch with a snake, sort of famously.
Mm-hmm.
Difficult activity
Difficult
for them.
yeah.
And I'll tell you this too. I wish I could go find it, but I don't think I can. I told it, and then it became such an object of people being like, "Oh, there comes." I started to like doubt myself, and I had messaged. I don't know if I told you. I messaged my cousin to make sure I wasn't imagining this. I was like, "Did this happen?" And he confirmed that it happened.
I really don't think you have told that story that many times. I think it just became a funny example of us all telling stories multiple
It's also
times.
it's a very memorable,
memorable.
story. So it's easy
I would
to
agree.
It's easy to have it pop up like, oh wait, I've heard this before. Like, yeah.
Finish your
Yeah.
sentence.
I was trying to find if I could. It's too far back between me and my cousin. The messages about it. So
Is this
my
real?
uncle who had snakes, and he kept them in, if I remember right, like Tupperware. And this was when he was in Italy, which is just like a weird because there's not a lot of snake guys in Italy, as far as I know.
He lived in Italy with his snakes.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a part of a lot. There's a lot of lore, but I don't want to give it some.
Ciao,
People
ciao.
can lock him down.
Uncle lore.
Find him and track his ass down. But one day, when I was staying with them for like a week or two, the boa constrictor he had got out of its Tupperware, out of its
How old were you?
container. This was the same week that I got to see The Matrix, and I wasn't supposed to see The Matrix, so I was under 17. I remember
That
that.
was what, 99? So you must have been.
I mean,
Basically, what I'm asking is, are you boa constrictor snack sized? Which it sounds like you were.
Wait, do you think I turned 18 in 99?
No, I'm saying you were way younger.
Oh, yeah.
You were like
Whatever
really
the
young.
Matrix came out
Matrix
in
was on
99.
DVD. It was
Okay.
not in the theaters.
Oh, okay.
And it was on DVD in Italian, so it was like La Matrixia. It was like
That's
all
actually
fucked up.
it's interesting. That's actually where they came up with pasta, the sauce amatriciana. It's actually Matrix. That's where
yeah.
they created
Matrix
it
sauce.
Based on
It's the
that.
stuff that Neo's in. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's the juice.
It is red. So
It's
actually,
from his
yes.
pod. So anyways, this boa constrictor got out. That's a big problem because you're not supposed to have it roaming around because you know what it does. It measures you up and crushes you. And
It eats you specifically. You are you are a fun sized Snickers bar at that age to that boa constrictor.
Yeah. It's like perfect. I'll feast for months with a child shaped lump in me, and when no one could find the boa constrictor, and then finally, like people decided to give up, and they had a favorite lazy boy, and they sat down and tried to open up the lazy boy to kick back and mourn the snake, and when they tried to open the lazy boy, it wouldn't open, and they had to go into it. And the boa constrictor had crawled into the lazy boy, crushed all of the mechanisms inside the lazy boy, and then died. One last ride, crushed all the moving parts in this lazy boy.
That must have been honestly like really horrifying to discover. Like that
I didn't see
seems
it.
like some real like weird body horror thing.
I'm glad I didn't see it. I think I was there when it happened.
Gruesome.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
But I think that I just was reported back like, I feel like it was a thing like this wasn't it, but you like come back from there. I was going to the little shop to buy those weird chocolate eggs that they won't sell in the US because kids can't figure out not to swallow a toy. And it was like coming back and like the lazy boy was like disassembled or something. And they were like, we found the snake. But yeah, there's your snake story, you freaks. There it is.
You're welcome.
I did my little dance. You
Maybe the
rattled
snake
my...
didn't want to go to the vet.
Yeah. I mean, it's never going to the vet again. They definitely weren't taking it afterwards. So, in one way, mission
For an
accomplished.
autopsy.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
Yeah, easy autopsy. You don't got to know any kind of special cuts. Right down the middle, the whole way,
Just
like a
unzip that
tamale.
thing.
Yeah, open
Seems
it
here
up.
the snake suffered a catastrophic amount of damage to its body. That appears to be
Kind of the main part. It happened in the main part.
Just two parts: head and body. That's it.
I guess once it starts to really taper, you could maybe make a distinction of tail, but I don't know at what point you do.
Rattlesnake, no problem. You know, I know where the tail
easy.
is.
Yeah.
But then their rattlers fall off and you're fucked all over again. What the hell are you supposed to do?
That's how they sneak
It's
up
crazy
on you.
that they're like everywhere.
Too. I read a thing. They were they're like, always rattlesnakes. The nice thing is you can hear the rattle, unless the rattler fell off, and then you're dead. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Thanks.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like there should be things that dangerous in the woods around us. We're not like we don't got grizzlies. It's like the baby woods near us, but there are rattlers in it. Not cool. I don't think they should be allowed to live there.
Where,
this
like
is the
Central
woods
Park?
for babies. Yeah, they got them in
should
Central
let
Park,
us-
right?
They should simply give us their land, those snakes. They should give it up for
That
manifest
city program
destiny.
where they put one in everything the city has deemed a park, including like those spots that have like one little tree that are in like a triangle in the middle of the highway. They should. There shouldn't have put one everywhere. They shouldn't have put one there. It doesn't need to be there.
They need.
Yeah.
They want
It
to
doesn't
keep
even
people on
wanna
their
be there.
toes.
Yeah, there's that tree in the middle of the highway, and it has one apple that looks delicious, but we're not supposed to eat it. And there's this snake there.
And it's glowing. You know,
He's convincing me.
Yeah.
The snake is convincing me to eat
That
it.
one pocket park with the solo tree with the apple. Every time I walk by it, I'm tempted.
makes a lot of good
Yeah.
points.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Snake
you
is
people-
really
you don't-
making
no,
a convincing
Everyone's
argument.
just all these ad homs about the snake being evil and the apple being forbidden. Nobody wants to engage with his actual arguments. And
Yeah,
you know,
which
That's
is
true.
apple's good. That apple is looking good, huh?
Can you refute his claims? I don't think you can. If you
Debunking.
engage with the facts, I don't think you can debunk him.
Which is that
Adam and
apple should
Eve
look
cast
good.
out simply for being heterodox. You know,
He's
And
not gonna cast you out. Come on.
So much for the tolerant left, by which I mean God, the biblical God.
I think I would be convinced. It seems like a stupid rule. You know, Snake wouldn't have to do that much prying on me.
Just be like, come on.
All
That's what I'm
it
saying.
would have to be, I would just have to be a little bit hungry, and it'd be over for me. Just
Yeah.
mildly hungry. Not even like I could eat level hungry, and it'd be over. I'm eating that apple.
Yeah. I feel like you have to imagine in this, fictional situation that, like, even as they're being cast out of the Garden of Eden, they do think it's an overreaction.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely like, "Gee, okay, he was like as soon as the gates closed, they're definitely like, okay, he was serious about that. I kind of thought
Let's
it was
just hang out
like,
here. He'll probably let us back in. He's teaching us. A
Yeah,
lesson.
he just
Give
needs
it
to
a
cool
day.
off a little bit. It's
being
really
cast
not
out of
that
the
big a
Garden of
deal.
Eden and being like, okay, clearly this isn't about the apple. There's something else going on. What else did I do? The apple may have been the straw that broke the
He
camel's back.
can make
here, but
another apple. This is
He
clearly
literally
about
can.
something else.
I'm looking at
Or
looking.
she.
Oh,
Or she.
looking at the desolate landscape outside of the walls of the garden and being like, actually, it's better out here. I like it better out here. So
Yeah.
I actually think
At least my heterodox ideals are tolerated out here.
Yeah.
that's right.
You
Sure,
know,
we're
I can't
constantly
live in
under-
the woke prison of the garden where
Yeah.
I have to follow the damn rules.
That's in my head all the time, the Django Gold joke about it, where he's like, do you think there's a God? Every day he punishes us and punishes, I'm badly getting it wrong, like paraphrasing, he's like, punishes us, or she. It's like, very good. But
Applause.
this cat saw God, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
This picture looks like it's looking at God.
it is a
There's
little. It has like
moments.
Renaissance composition a little bit with the chiaroscuro light or like a Baroque painting. It's pretty nice. Yeah, Patty just put in a Bruegel. Very, very much that.
My understanding this is photorealistic. This is what the Garden of Eden actually looked like. And,
I mean, based on Bruegel, the garden is like really
it
crowded.
looks pretty tight though. It's look at all these cool animals. Like nobody's bothering anybody. You know, it's just an ostrich over there. Oh my god, great.
There's like
It's
a
a
little
Noah's Ark
Pomeranian
situation.
dog.
There's like a little dog there. Yeah, crazy that there were dogs like that apparently back then. That's interesting.
Yeah,
to
we
consider.
had already done that to them. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Because there's also two kind of more standard looking kind of dogs in the
Hunting hounds. Yeah.
middle, and then like a wolf kind of in the back. There's one fish that looks like he's in trouble though, kind of towards the front. I'm not sure there's not a deep enough stream for the
Yeah, heron's cat seems like it's going in on him.
Too crowded.
There's also an emu or an ostrich, which I guess would be there.
hanging out. The lion looks kind of scared, really, more than anything. Like the lion,
scared,
which is interesting.
He's concerned.
Yeah. And also these birds in the bottom right look like Takai. This is for no one. This is for me alone.
I was going to say, instead of describing a painting that no one can see, maybe we should do number 4.
Let's do it.
It's called
Number 4.
Number 4 comes to us from Hamburger Hinder in the Discord. They've done it again, a classic scam, never doesn't work. I mean, I will say it doesn't work when they receive the item that they're claiming to do, but they've done it again. This is a user that has purchased an RTX 5090 graphics card, very expensive, top of the line stuff. Very expensive graphics card, even more expensive due to the fact that ones that haven't even been made yet are already purchased and claimed by AI. So good luck building a PC anytime soon. But they purchased this, and when it arrived, we've checked because something similar to this has happened, but the only thing that makes me go, okay, this is a new story, is what is in the box, because it is anything but a graphics card. It is any number of things that are the weight of something that feels like it might have cost that.
Are graphics cards heavy?
I'm
imagining
somewhat.
like an SD card.
No.
Yeah.
They're not like heavy, but they're like half of a laptop's weight or something like that.
Sure.
They're pretty beefy. They're pretty beefy, especially these days. Especially this 5090. So this is a person that they had purchased what they thought was a GPU off of the internet. When it got there, it was just a box that wasn't in great shape to begin with. And inside was a 1 kilogram packet of Gadi detergent powder, a detergent powder I'm not familiar with.
I think it's like Pakistani or something. Or
yeah,
like,
I'm
it
looking
has
at
like
the language.
Urdu
It
on
looks like Thai or something. Yeah, something I don't know. There is video of it. It's not provided here. I guess they kept it for themselves because they did film an unboxing video, which means there is footage of it and them pulling out the detergent.
Oh, they gotta post that. Come on, that's funny.
Yeah, we need to see it. Come on. But yeah, huge disappointment. Like I said, these, especially like this level of graphics card plus the AI gouging is that's like $3,200. That's quite a lot.
This is interesting to have a video of it. Like now you just have to do unboxing videos, like content as the way you record once the police interaction starts. Because if you get the wrong thing, there's no way to prove that it wasn't in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this idea that it's like, well, it wasn't in there. There was a detergent thing in there. It's like, okay, I don't know how to handle that.
How do you know?
Yeah. Yes, I believe you.
Yeah. You gotta open all your packages in front of a dash cam.
That's
for
right.
Insurance reasons.
Right. You hold up the day's newspaper and then you open your package. And then
you show that it was sealed. You have to be very clear, or you have to start filming when the guy hands it to you from the
the chain of evidence has not been disrupted.
That's right.
Yeah, wearing one of those forehead strap cameras. Be like, all right, we're going out to the package box. We're opening this, as you can see, untouched here.
This is so lazy though that it's not even something the same weight, right? Isn't it just a tiny little packet of laundry detergent?
It's pretty big. It looks like more of a. It looks like the kind they have at a laundromat versus home.
Okay,
it says
so
it's 1
it
point.
was half the weight of the GPU.
Yeah,
not
1.56 kg, and the GPU is nearly 3 kilograms. I mean, as far as what that means in pounds, I'm not quite sure. What's the conversion rate? It's one. I know that one is worth 2 of the other, which is the least.
2.2
roughly
pounds.
2.
1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So
okay, so that's though I
it's
feel
like
every
3 versus
time
6.
I will also say it's probably even less you wouldn't confuse it, because every time I've ever bought a graphics card, my first thought is, wow, this is much heavier than I thought it would be. So they were right on nailing the weight that you'd think was right for there. Half the time you pick them up, you're like, this has got to be too heavy, and you're like, no, it's just a big old chunk of. It's fun. It's they're the one thing that's left of. Because every computer part is incredibly small now. Like you said, SD cards, one tiny micro SD card is the size of, that would have
my
been
pinky nail.
It would have been it would have been an entire room 25 years ago. It would have been a room in IBM that you can rent for that much storage. And now GPUs are the only thing that still is this is huge. This is just a massive piece of electronics. I don't even know. So this is from even where. So I assume this was like eBay or something. But this is apparently an Amazon reseller. Amazon.in. Assuming that is Amazon's India web name and not that they weren't just scammed from point one of
Amazon,
this.
Amazon.biz or something.
Yeah. Getting in there.
Amazon.cx.
Yeah, Amazon.tk. I've ordered my extremely expensive. I mean, that's the sort of thing where people are trying. I don't know. Like, it's a little weird. I would expect this more because at this point, these aren't. I'm not 100%, but they used to be really, really hard to find. Partly because AI was, buying all of them. I don't think it's that hard to find one to buy right now, which makes it even weirder that they would buy like a resold. It's something that you get scammed on. If that makes sense. It's one of those things that you don't, they're like, it's like a coin flip if you're buying it from a weird source that it's going to be a bag of detergent.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon does do that thing where they make it hard. You have to look carefully to see who the seller is.
Right.
A lot of the time.
It's a Zessica situation. They bought this from Zessica and Zessica did not hold up her end of the bargain. And now they're fucked.
The wish.com going in there. A lot of good videos you can watch of people building an entire PC out of Wish.com Alibaba parts, and it's just they get a lot of stuff with I mean, it might technically work, but the items you buy are never what they were said to be. It's always something with scratched off serial numbers. So it's well, it says this was an RTX 5090 or whatever, and then it's but it just says RTX, and then there's whatever number was after it was scratced off, which would suggest it's not. Suggest
like
it
a
is
black
not
market weapon.
Yeah, what it was described to be. So I hope they get their money back. I'm not sure. This seems like one of those things that's I feel like Amazon is just waiting for the day that they can just stop giving refunds and stuff. That's probably something that's on their roadmap. It feels like where they're we're going to start making money hand over fist once we shut down our refunds department. It's on the chopping
Anytime
block.
I've asked for a refund from them, I have gotten it immediately. So I don't know. But I'm only buying the max amount of money I will spend on Amazon is $30,
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. And they are making money hand over fist, so they're just yeah, whatever, you can have it back.
Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory on them, I guess, is that it's going to be when they put those diapers.com that they famously put out of business by just taking a loss on every diaper they sold until that company went bankrupt, and then they put the prices back to normal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That they're doing that too with refunds, where they're once we have true market supremacy, which I guess they do at this point, they're just gonna be we've also you're truly fucked now. We're jacking everything up, dude.
Feel free to file a claim for arbitration if you'd like to get a refund. Yeah.
See you in court, asshole. Thanks, Amazon.
Yeah, just come to court and face off against a lawyer who looks like he's literally in a movie. It's Atticus Finch, and he's here defending Amazon. Yeah, it's next level. I did learn something awful.
I think they get the Waymo lawyer from the Connor O'Malley thing. That's the Amazon lawyer.
Yeah, it's gonna be somebody with a cravat on. It's gonna be Miles Edgeworth from Phoenix Wright. That's probably just for me. That's my birds. Yeah. I also found out something fucked up about Amazon. The first thing that's fucked up about them, I just found this out. That if you sell stuff with them, you have to sign an agreement that it can't be cheaper anywhere else on the internet. So
really?
Yeah. So that if you're selling something, sometimes they have to raise the price on Amazon, and that means if they raise the price on Amazon, they have to raise it everywhere else they sell it. Because Amazon, you sign an agreement for them to stock or list your stuff that it's we have to be the lowest available price on the internet for this.
So not just that you sell. It's anywhere that this is sold, this has to be the cheapest, or is it that you sell?
No, it's that, it cannot be on Best Buy or a different website for a lower price.
I imagine it's
Amazon has to be the lower
maybe
price.
Not. I don't know. I guess it depends on
the what?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, you were saying if it's a product that anyone is selling, or are you saying you have to be the one that's selling it? Yeah.
Well, this is mostly products that aren't. It's not stuff that they're reselling. It would be a company.
It's a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you make one of those aluminum pill cases, they're we have to be the lowest price if you want to sell this through us.
A episode of Lie, Cheat, and Steal about how grocery stores do this. Namely, Walmart is basically in charge of how much everything costs, because if you sell at Walmart, you basically have to have that Same deal with them. So that's cool. It's good news.
And then, borderline snake story, but that's how Trader Joe's does a lot of their stuff is they sell, what is it, gray label? What do they call it? It's the same stuff, but they don't use the brand
private
name.
label. Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
so
cool.
Good economy.
Depressing.
Doing well.
They can do what they want.
Doing well.
Number 3?
I haven't checked. Anyone checked the economy lately? Seems like it's doing well. Opening my economy app in the morning.
Folks, on this week's bonus episode, we cover some stories from last week we missed while we were off, including the Afro Man legal battle and his triumph over the cops.
We also followed the legal fallout of the man who tried to fight Reacher IRL, and that went just how you'd expect.
You can get all that, our bonus episodes, and the regular episodes with no ads at patreon.com/whatatimepod. Check it out.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 comes to us from Frog and Toad Made Up in the Discord. This is a story from New Zealand, and it has to do with a major scourge that they have, and this is going back to the birds thing. I'm not going to talk about the birds, other than the fact that this creature, which swam across or got there from Australia, has been absolutely decimating the local ecosystem for, let's see, about 200 years, I guess, more or less. I guess they came from the European settlers, and also they are able to they travel to, I guess.
This is what possums look like in Europe too.
I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
We really got the short end of the stick on the what possums look like.
Yeah.
deal as North Americans.
Yeah. The
We're
talking about the brush-tail possum, I believe.
That's right.
Their
possum, which is so much cuter than our possum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, leaps and bounds.
I mean, I know that they're nice and whatever, but our possums, like, their head is so big, it looks like a dino skull, and then they got, like, crazy, like, scarred up flesh everywhere.
They're
This one looks like a
scary.
little bush baby.
No, these guys are native to Australia. I'm not sure why the article says that, and then maybe this is just some, who knows, some aggregating thing or something. But in any event, they came from Australia, and they
followed the stars to navigate.
That's right.
And swam across.
They were on the Maui's boat, and so they get there, and the ecosystem in New Zealand rather doesn't have predators really at all like this, and so the birds are not really equipped to handle it. For example, the kiwi does not have a rib cage. It doesn't have anything and they can't fly.
Chicken nugget.
It's just a ball of meat.
Literal chicken nugget.
So and they're stinky, so they're easy to find. It's just not a good setup for them. And there are other examples, obviously.
They had time to figure out a defense mechanism, and they did not do it. All right.
They just evolved to become more succulent somehow.
Yeah.
So running
so
them into a fryer, jumping off like lemmings at a cliff, making chicken nugget, making kiwi nugget.
So they have. I mean, and the people of Aotearoa, New Zealand, they take this stuff seriously. Like they really care about their environment. They're really proud of the, all the conservation they've done and stuff. And there are all these places where they say they're like predator, because there's lots of little islands and things, and they have these traps everywhere just in case. There's also like stoats and a lot of like little kind of furry guys are what they have to worry about most. Cats, obviously.
Ferret cousins.
You have to keep your dog on a leash, all that kind of stuff, and because they'll just, these things are just like little, meatballs basically that are, so it's tough for them. So they have all these different strategies, the best way to, attract them into the traps and stuff. And we were told when we were there, if you see a wombat, which is another invasive from Australia, and wombats are like those guys that do like the cube turds and are like very cute and silly. Mm-hmm. If you see one like on the road, you're supposed to just keep driving, like try to hit it, try to run it over.
I thought they were going to say kill it like it was a lanternfly, and I'm like, those are bigger.
Yeah,
I can't.
I mean, basically,
you're not supposed to choke it with your bare hands, but you can. They will allow it, right? If you
Hunt
got
it.
out of your car and throttled it,
Give that thing a launch with your Blundstones, brother. Knock it into the sea.
yeah, bean it with your didgeridoo. Get it out of there.
Yeah. So I mean, they got lots of stuff that's going on that they have to kind of deal with. And one thing that they've found is that apparently there are and this they have different treats that attract the animals. And one thing that they've found,
Kiwi meat
is a good, and that's tough to come by because obviously. It
is their favorite.
They're
Unfortunately,
very limited.
They love
very limited supply.
Endangered meat. You could have a little endangered boil where you put a bunch of kiwis in a pot and then dump them out.
So they got different snacks they put in the pot. So they have these traps are up a little high, and they have a plank that leads up there, and so they have to line the plank with stuff. And they've used different snacks in the past, and apparently one that's a big hit right now is you drill a little hole through an Oreo, and you kind of just put a flathead nail through it, so it keeps it in place. And the big flavor that's apparently a big hit is the Selena Gomez Oreos.
They're Selena Gomez flavored?
That's right.
Yeah.
They're chocolate and cinnamon. They're limited edition, described as flavor forward and horchata inspired.
Okay.
And so apparently these are a big hit. They caught 15 possums in 20 days and one trap. So that is they're looking into kind of what about it is so appealing and all that. And apparently the Oreo company is they're pleased and humbled that this collaboration has found such a broad fan base in Aotearoa, New Zealand. It's a market we hadn't considered. And the market of trapping possums, I could see how that wouldn't have been necessarily considered.
I mean, they're going to have to make this a permanent flavor. This can no longer be limited edition if we want to save the birds of New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
I think that's what
put them to work.
I think that's why they're
Manufacturing
happy. Is that somebody's finally buying out the remaining stock of Selena Gomez Oreos. This is a limited edition. Otherwise, they're just all sent to my bodega to sit there. They're still I'm going in there. They still got Singer Oreos.
I'm
Again,
so pissed when they have
discussion.
a bunch of fucking Oreo flavors that I've never heard of and then no regular Oreos or one pack of regulars. Who's eating these? The lemon ones are okay. I do like the lemon ones. Otherwise, I don't need them.
This is what we had this cookie discussion. That's how I feel as well. It's look, make
Pistachio caramel sherbet, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
get
dude,
the fuck out of here, Dubai chocolate. No,
do your chores, and then you can have fun. Make me my Oreos, and then you could do some weird shit that nobody fucking wants.
If you want to experiment on your own time. That should be 5% of your manufacturing. But hey, if the possums like it, maybe I'll take their word for it. Maybe they got good taste,
Cinnamon and chocolate. Also, Selena Gomez is a Disney child actor, right, or something. She's been famous. since she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it is. I mean, I'm sure there's some truth to it. To be it's horchata inspired from just like Selena Gomez's childhood or whatever. And it's her childhood is crafty tables. Her childhood is Disney crafty tables. That's what it should taste like.
I don't think she was in the lab cooking this up.
Yeah,
I don't think she was doing the taste tests. If I had to guess,
yeah. It doesn't look like she was even there for the photo shoot because this looks like it was maybe made out of composite.
There's a Getty watermark over the picture of her on the bag.
Why is she holding these on the red carpet? Why is she holding these at the MTV Movie Awards? This doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
I wonder if the Oreo people read the article, because there is a note in the article. The reason they even tried this is because of that study that said that Oreos were as addictive as cocaine. They were looking for something that was drugs for the possums, and they were like, Oreos. I know. So I guess Oreo doesn't hate that little factoid is out there. But
it says to hear there was zoonotic transmission of the unique taste profile is intriguing, but possibly not surprising to anyone that has a Labrador and left biscuits on a table. So
biscuits,
sure, yeah, you can also use chemicals to infect the brains of these creatures, but for good in this case.
I mean, for good for us. All these guys were called. their last meal was an Oreo.
That's right.
It was over for them. Which, if I had to pick a last meal, like there are worse ones. I wouldn't be too upset with a sleeve of Oreos as how I pass on.
I do no joke think that have you ever read like those articles that are like here, like last meals of very famous prisoners? I think Oreos are like a pretty common inclusion. I think Oreos do make it, which I guess they don't want to mark it off of, but they could. I mean, I would do something about it.
It does seem like something you could get at commissary.
They love Oreos and Eskimo pie.
Eskimo pie. I don't think we're allowed to say that anymore. But
I don't even know what that is. I feel like that's a function of there being a lot of
absolutely no one.
Okay, wow.
I think it's a frozen treat. I think it's a.
They are now known as Edie's pies, I guess.
Okay, we'll go with that.
It's like the vanilla ice cream with like chocolate on it, right? Like on a bar.
I feel like it's like, this is a crazy way to describe it. In my head, it's like an open ice cream sandwich with chocolate over it. An open ice cream sandwich, it's got the thing on the bottom and then a ice cream on top. I'll check.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had an Eskimo pie or an Edie's pie.
I feel like that's a function of the fact that like all the serial killers were in the 70s and it was popular then or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm looking at it. It's just like your most classic possible ice cream bar. It's your milk chocolate covering on vanilla ice cream.
A lot, and it's also interesting. A lot of the serial killers, what they wanted also was a like bucket of leaded gasoline to be in the room while they eat their last meal because they love that the way it makes
kick
them
enough
feel.
of the smell. It fires them up. Also, if they could get some of those sweet paint chips. Those sweet tasting paint chips from the walls of their childhood home.
And maybe some old toys that didn't go through this woke sort of inspection process that they could touch and some child silverware, that sort of stuff. Just anything they can, just really up that content.
Let me get like a really
it's cool that
old
that's all
refrigerator.
Coming back, huh? That's exciting.
That's exciting.
We need it.
We're making America healthy.
We need it. We got to we need a new generation of irrationally angry people.
Well, we're going to run out of true crime stories unless we get the lead back in the gasoline.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
What do we do for entertainment if people aren't committing atrocities against each other? It's time.
It's time.
We got to take our lead from RFK Jr., a guy who looks like he was the biological parent, unedited, of the woman from the new Resident Evil game. Like, he gave birth directly to the girl. He's looking great, as usual.
Looking good. Yeah, so we got these possums. They're going down.
He looks deep fried in real life somehow.
Yeah, deep fried
he looks like
meme.
both a deep fried meme and like his skin has been deep fried. He's like crackly.
Yeah. He looks like that guy who helps Xerxes in 300 and eventually gets promoted or killed. I don't remember which way.
He just gets shamed. They say the thing he says to him is, "May you live forever," I believe, and that's like the ultimate shame coming from Leonidas, of course. Ephialtes is the guy's name. Yes, these possums, they're there, but not for long. And I guess the funny thing is, like, these people who are sharing this. The guy who came up with the first test, he said, let's see here. He doesn't even know who Selena Gomez is. He just tried these Oreos, but he says, I know she's a woman of some popularity, but I couldn't tell you whether she's a dancer or a fashion person or a movie or an influencer. I don't know who she is. I just know she makes a good Oreo. So.
I think she's a movie.
I wonder what would inspire you while eating an Oreo to be like, I bet a possum would like this one. This one tastes like it's for the possum.
I mean, there's a really good image of the possum caught on like the night vision.
Caught on cam, going back for more Oreo,
like, looking at the camera, like it's got one.
Oh man, this is me getting caught eating Oreos in the middle of the night. Absolutely, eyes aglow.
Night vision ring cam in my kitchen.
This is r/Oreo gremlin.
Yep.
So Anyway, and I just want to say I made a comment about wombats. I'm pretty sure that's what we were told when I was there. They are not listed, at least on Wikipedia, as an invasive species in New Zealand. I certainly didn't kill any.
Oh, so you're not allowed to kill them. Someone just went crazy over the last 10, 15 minutes.
I have a very strong memory of that, but it was over a year ago, and it was an offhanded comment. It wasn't a whole big thing. You see it.
Someone's listening to this on their pile of dead wombats and freaking out,
right?
Because they went on
they did all
spree.
right after I said that in the last 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got on their phone, changed it from output speakers to output AirPods, and went and ran over a wombat in the fastest time possible.
So don't do that to them, and I want to apologize to the wombat community for that, because it doesn't appear that appears to have been an unfair aspersion that was cast. And, I don't know if there's any good aspersions you can really cast. So,
you never hear about a positive aspersion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get that turned around. Let's start casting good aspersions.
It's a fault. I guess it's inherently going to be negative, but it doesn't have to be. If it's just false, I guess an aspersion. If you know it's false, but it could be lying about something good about them. Really puff. Support your.
Let's change the
people.
narrative here.
You can work back around to it.
Yeah.
Number two.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Number two.
Number two comes to us from Frog and Toad Made Up. Once again, 2 in a row. Frog and Toad Made Up. One from Frog, one from Toad, perhaps.
I'm picturing Frog and Toad in like a full face.
Oh,
they
were
made up.
Yeah. Frog and Toad with a full beat.
Frog and Toad made out. Big news.
Made out.
Made out. Yeah. They made out. That's the aspersion we're casting on them.
Frog and Toad are more than friends.
Explaining Frog and Toad's relationship at Thanksgiving, the famous book.
They're roommates.
Frog and Toad are roommates. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So this story, it's the foibles of ChatGPT once again. Have you ever played this game Subnautica, Eli?
I can't play it. It's because it's literally like my thalassophobia, the fear of like deep water.
Oh,
it's a game
too scary for you?
It's built on that. You're really, really far underwater in like some
and you're
shit.
tiny and things are big. Yeah.
No. Yeah,
Scary.
it is like that. It's like big, dark masses in the sea. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good, dude. I'll go Resident Evil, whatever, but none of that. Thank you.
Well, what happened is, so there was Subnautica, then there was Subnautica 2. The company has been like working on it for a long time. I guess it came out. This story is very long, so I am summarizing. But
Subnautica, also the line of my new kink prep wear that you can buy at TJ Maxx. Subnautica.
Yeah, it's for BDSM people who need watches. You know. Yeah. Okay. So Subnautica 2 is about to come out. They have a series of games. So this one company, Crafton, bought this other company, Unknown Worlds Entertainment, for $500 million, and they said, if Subnautica 2 sells well enough, we'll pay you $250 million. Apparently, this looked like it was going to happen, and they were like, oh, fuck, we don't want to actually pay them that much. And so the Crafton CEO, trying to figure out how to not pay them, went to ChatGPT and was like, hey, look at this contract. How can I get out of it? How can I not pay these people? And ChatGPT was like, I know, you stage like a hostile takeover and force these people out. And the ChatGPT said you should form an internal task force, which he did. And the task force mandate was to either negotiate a deal on the earnout or execute a takeover of Unknown Worlds, the company they bought. And part of what ChatGPT recommended for this was to post like a public statement about this like project to sort of like win hearts and minds of people who play this game. But of course, for the public statement, he used ChatGPT to write it. And so everyone was like, what the fuck is happening? Is this game coming out? Like, what is this? And
with regards to, yeah.
Yeah. So it did not work to get the fans on his side. the goal of it was to, quote, secure public support from fans and legal validation of our legitimacy. Fans found the message bizarre and worried about the future of the game. These fears were compounded when the CEO fired the game's original creators and entered into a legal battle with them. So basically, this whole time,
that's what the fans want to hear. By the way, when there's a sequel coming out to a beloved game, it's like, oh, good news! To help you, we fired everyone who was responsible for the first game that you liked, and that's anyway. So that's good.
We know what you guys loved about this. It was
me.
Trademarks and IP. That's what you loved. And don't worry, that'll all be staying the same. So yeah, the ChatGPT plan here is real boneheaded. Apparently this guy, because this is like a major multi-million-dollar company, had access to lawyers, and all of his lawyers were like, don't do this, obviously. And he went, I'm going to listen to ChatGPT. I'm going to do it with ChatGPT. And he just got absolutely fucking demolished in court. So the judges ordered he reinstate the fired developers. They like roasted this guy to within an inch of his life for doing a ChatGPT generated business takeover plan. And yeah, very cool. ChatGPT lawyer. We love it.
Does he own the company? Because if I was on the board, I'd be like, we're ousting this guy as CEO like immediately. Like, this is completely unacceptable behavior.
I don't know if it's publicly traded. I don't think they are. So
but they have if they're a corporation, they have a board.
Yeah, they have a board. I'm sure. Yeah. It's a South Korean holding company, so I'm not sure. And I don't know like what if he was like a CEO of the subsidiary or like what the deal was, but. Yeah, I can't imagine this guy keeping his job for too much longer.
Here's a small detail that might suggest why he didn't see too much pushback. The CEO and the newly appointed CFO. So maybe there was some pushback, and they were promptly replaced with a new guy that liked this plan. That was probably part of his interview. It was like, how do you feel about this plan I'm about to do? And they were like, looks great. And they're like, you are hired. You just got to sit here and watch me do it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Patty,
wonder how often this comes up in court with people trying to defend themselves with, it's like, hold on, let me ask Claude before I answer.
I was going to say Patty would know more because it's obviously your actual business, but I know like even friends I have who are lawyers and stuff, like there's a much more of like firing clients where clients will push back. Like they were like price shopping of like an Amazon product or something where they go, oh, well, AI said I could do this. And the lawyer will be like, okay. Do you want like a lawyer or do you want ChatGPT? And then like I've heard of people firing clients because they're like, they won't listen to me. They're just doing ChatGPT shit. So I don't know if you have any knowledge of that, but that is a thing, at least a little bit from what I've heard.
Patty, what's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi. Okay, I just got like a loud beeping for like the last like minute straight. I was frantically trying to fix it because I knew this is something that I was going to be getting asked about. I could feel.
I would have just rushed. I would have just gone past it, but since we were asking you a question and you looked very confused, I was like, I don't think he's hearing us.
Yeah. Okay. So, on the subject of like people saying like
firing their clients because they're using ChatGPT instead of listening to.
Yeah, I wouldn't say firing clients, but I don't think it's uncommon for a certain type of, call it business person or so, somebody who thinks they're like, on the cutting edge of stuff or whatever, to do a first pass by running things by a chatbot of some kind and then sort of like say like, well, they said this, why don't you say this? You know what I mean? Or something along those lines. And, yeah, it's a little insulting, I think. I don't know. I don't know many professionals you could go to when you kind of to offer that sort of thing, and not expect them to be at least a little bit privately rankled by that. You don't go to the doctor and say, "Well, Google actually said that." I guess people do that.
People do.
People do.
People definitely do that.
But it's similar to that, right? It's like the same type of thing. It's like
except it's worse because it's a chatbot. So it's like actually my last lawyer that I consulted, he told me that I was really valid and brave for that. So that isn't fear, that's strength that I was expressing.
My other lawyer is almost sycophantic in their support of everything I want to do. So I
loves my
their
plan.
Opinion.
Thinks my plan is great.
I mean, even
I don't know what your problem is.
Like, even in the broad strokes, this plan is kind of bizarre because it sounds like it. Yes, the idea is to save the $250 million, but it's like at the cost of what? Like, well, we want the game to do poorly or not sell enough. You know,
right.
What we're kind of trying to or cut them out, but we have to kind of go on both of those tracks to see if we can do it. But it's like, yeah, so we're going to like destroy the long-term sort of viability of this company we just acquired to save the money, the payout from the stupid contract that I signed.
That sounds like
been in those
a lot of CEO, CEO brain that I've heard about.
Yeah, basically, just like, okay, let's milk as much money out of this and then lay everybody off.
Yeah.
Has happened to me multiple times in my life.
Yeah,
they definitely do that.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean,
short-term reward. Sign me up. Long-term. Don't ask about what the long-term word adjective would be beyond short-term reward. I just heard that first part. Let's go.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think they do this a lot. Like, I think there's a level of, especially because it's a sequel, there's like, they won't ever say it. In public, they'll be like, we're excited to deliver a new chapter to our fans or whatever. But what they're saying in the back room is like, they're going to buy it no matter what. So it doesn't matter. Like, now we've got them hooked. Because I find it so weird that that the executives so regularly biff like sequels like this, where I don't think Subnautica was expected to be a good game, like big game. It just was like a surprise hit. And it's like, okay, you're fucking golden, man. You have all the people there. People liked this. All you got to do is make another one. And they're like, let me talk to ChatGPT. Let me see if actually I can make this so fucking complicated.
Run this by my chatbots. Yeah.
Just make another fucking ship underwater, dude, with a new scary guy. You're good. You're going to sell 100 copies. No, instead they're going to turn it into like a subscription service where you have to have like a battle pass, or if you accrue enough points, you can see more of the mysterious monster underwater. So, yeah, it was not...
It does seem almost sovereign citizen adjacent to be like, my lawyer is Claude or something, you know, where you're just like, no, I can get around this whole thing if I just ask my buddy, the chatbot, and it'll tell me the magic words to say. I think a lot of people think the law is like doing spells. It's spell if it's like you say the right words in the right combination, you're good to go.
You can't get it wrong.
I mean, apparently it told him like, you're not. This probably isn't going to work. But he's like, let's do it. Just like so many.
That's crazy.
If ChatGPT is hedging, you know it's fucked.
Yeah, you're in bad fucking shape, dude. I like that. Did you guys see that screenshot of the person who used AI on their like test? They snuck their phone into a middle school or high school test and took a picture of the test and were like, what are the answers? And they filled it out and they got an F. And they took a picture of the F and they're like, ChatGPT, why did I get an F? And ChatGPT was like, I see you got an F on your test. That's because a large number of the answers I gave you were wrong. It's like, why are you using this? This is crazy. It does that a lot.
It like it'll like grovel to you. If you're like, I mean, I haven't used it, but from what I've seen, if you like point out that it's wrong, they're like, you're right, and I'm sorry. I can't believe I've done this. I've like irreparably broken our trust or whatever. Yeah. It's crazy.
Let me check in with my electronic unreliable Vizier, my scheming Vizier on my phone. Is that?
But the schemes are all just like surrealist.
Failing a test. Yeah.
The ends are mysterious, but they are scheming for sure.
I feel like in the legal sense, ChatGPT is just giving a lot of people who would think that representing themselves was a really good idea, like a little bit of defensibility. Well, not real defensibility, but for them to be like, yeah, but I checked with ChatGPT. So
I mean, there's still lots of these cases, or you read about them where there will just be cases that don't exist that just are in these briefs because people had this thing write it for them, and it's like. People are overworked; they don't have time, whatever, or they trust a junior person and don't check all their stuff, or you could think of why there are situations like this, but it's just like you gotta
at least like Google the case citation, I don't know, man. Like give it a pass, throw that shit in Westlaw for like 1 minute, it's fine.
And again, I gotta defer to Patty here, but I've heard judges are fucking so sick of it happening that it's not, you can't even like be like, sorry. Judges are just like done with
somebody,
it. 100%.
Somebody just got fined like $10,000, which is pretty substantial because usually it takes a lot to get like monetary set. Usually, like, you know what I mean?
Against lawyers for that?
Your behavior has to be like crazy for something like that. You know,
You got to be acting crazy.
You have to donate $50. You know, well, the real thing with something like sanctions is like you have to donate $50 to the, you know, courts, you know, whatever. It's some nominal amount, but the big thing is
bring lemon
you have to
pound cake
report
to the
it
next mixer.
everywhere you try to get admitted. You know, or you have to like list
yeah.
that. Have you ever been in trouble, basically? And
When
have
you try
put
to
that
get like
everywhere.
registered in another state
There's
or
no
something.
way to like. I mean, you can try to get it expunged or something. I guess I don't really know the procedure for that, but that's like the big thing is you have to be like, yeah, well, it was blah, 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 and it wasn't really my fault, blah 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 blah. You know, like it just becomes a whole
yeah.
Man,
So.
expunge. I wish that word was used more frequently. What a great word.
What a great
Giving
word.
a shout out to expunged.
Makes me think about it. And it's not like sponge like you think.
Yeah, but it's like almost like a weird onomatopoeia for what it would sound to have something removed from a record.
It's like the squeaking of a whiteboard eraser is expunged.
Sucking the ink that says you did a bad thing off the paper. Expunged.
Yeah.
Good shit.
$10,000 though, that's big. Good. I'm glad they hate it. Thumbs up to that. Get this shit out of here. But anyway. Play Subnautica 2, I guess.
Don't.
The good guys
don't support
won.
this man.
That guy still gets paid, though.
Yeah, he does still get paid. That is too bad.
Yeah.
Well, jury's out then.
Buy the game that this everyone they fired will spin off and create.
Well, they got reinstated because the judges said you have to give them their jobs back because this was
at least
that
one,
work
one
environment
of the execs
probably rocks.
got reinstated. Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
but
That first day back at the office was probably cool
Awkward.
as fuck. Yeah, great.
Should we do number one?
Number one.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
Number one comes to us from Iguana Helium Cube in the Discord. This is a story. Oh my god! See all these like news sites. Everyone has these like 10 videos that play. This is what slows down the computer. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Look, they got a lot of car
slowing down.
commercials you need to see.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you're in the market to buy 6 cars? They don't know.
They don't know.
Zoom.
Like you should just be able to turn off JavaScript on like every website. Okay, so this is a story about sharks, a classic animal that we all think is cool and scary in equal
One
parts.
of the top like 8-year-old animal faves.
Sharks,
You
dinosaurs.
got sharks, you got monkeys, you got dinosaurs. I think that covers like most of your bases. Maybe
Horse.
a horse or a dolphin.
Yeah, of course. So there's some more DNA. They've been doing genetic studies of sharks, looking at their genomes, seeing what's going on. And apparently, according to this study, sharks are not necessarily they compared sharks to one another DNA wise, and then they compared them to also similar but non-shark species, so like rays, skates, that sort of thing. And they found that shark to shark are not necessarily closer related to each other than shark to some stingrays or what, depending on the individual species.
What you're trying to say is that shark is a social construct.
So the way that a simple way to kind of explain this is, I guess, that one of the authors said is this can be read 2 ways. Either sharks are not a natural group insofar as they don't have like an exclusive common, ancestor.
Yeah.
Or rays and skates are simply another type of shark. So take your pick of, we can just expand how weird sharks get. You've got your hammerhead, and then they really flatten the whole thing down, and it's like a little cape, but that's still a shark.
They pounded it with a little garlic mallet, and you get, it's the same stuff. It's just, in a different cookie cutter mold.
That would be the biggest embarrassment, I think, is if they were like, specifically hammerheads we don't think are really related, because everybody would be like, we knew that shit, dude.
That
we
one's
knew
weird.
they were weird as
The
fuck.
only thing is
And you kept telling me it was a shark. We were like, we knew that was some other shit, and you wouldn't admit it.
The only thing that's different is the body. The head is the head. Is the head. The body's the same. It's a shark body. It's like, no, they're not related.
Yeah, but
it's totally
why's it
different.
got that freaky head? That head is not found
Something's
anywhere
wrong.
else. Where'd it go? Where'd it come from?
Look, you want hammerhead, but the head. Look, the head is what we're talking about here. The head's with the
Named for
piece
the
de
head.
resistance, dude.
The
Look at that
main
thing. Look at that thing.
The piece de
Crazy
resistance of the shark.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
So you're saying it
Shark looking like a damn IUD. Look at that thing swimming through the water.
they evolved the exact same body through an independent branch on the evolutionary, but just a different head. Okay. Yeah.
It's a fish body. They all got that body. That's the swimming around body.
Yeah, it's a tube. They got the tube.
The tube.
Everyone's got the tube.
The tube with the fins.
They got the two.
Yeah. Tube with some holes in it to get that air in. Get their special
Tube
air
with
in,
holes
their
to get the
water
special
air.
air, the special water air. That's he's got it all.
Yeah, the air from the water.
Okay, yeah.
He's got it.
We're learning about
I do think maybe if they're going to try to say that if they're going to say like, oh, sharks and rays are close, a hammerhead is probably the bridge between those two because the eyes aren't, it's like that's the middle on an Animorphs cover where there's no Animorph and it's just a shark turning into a ray is the hammerhead.
I mean, so some of the sharks like basically they're kind of the weirder guys, like frilled sharks, and which kind of look like eels almost. Like they're not really like
yeah. They're like a buff eel.
And then like a what was the other one that was listed in the thing? I'm sorry, I lost it here. Cow sharks is the other one that they said are kind of closer to rays and other species. So you can see how that could be.
Oh, this thing looks awful. Well, this thing. I think we can all agree this is what this looks like, but
he kind of looks like a shark to me. He's just kind of a little bit flatter, maybe.
I posted a picture of a frill shark in our Zoom, and
they're nasty.
They're definitely you don't want to come across one.
Get them out of
here!
I
would be very upset if I was swimming around and saw one of these. I think more so than a regular shark, I would be really.
Because I'd be like, I dove too deep and I'm looking under Poseidon's skirt and I'm seeing this looks like Poseidon's penis.
This looks like a dick to you? I guess. It's muscular in a way
evil.
that I find
it's evil
unnerving.
looking.
Yeah.
It's got a shape to it. Let's see. But
so the one like the ones that I'm surprised they didn't mention, like maybe they just haven't they didn't list all of them, but the shark I remember from the you read the shark books when you're a kid, obviously. The shark books.
The zoo books, etc.
Cardboard shark book.
You've got your great white, your mako. I always forget how it's pronounced. Your tiger, your bull. But then you've got your kind of more outlandish guys like the whale shark or the basking shark, kind of getting a little strange.
Yeah, the ones that are like nice.
But then you've got the really weird ones like the wobbegong. Do you guys remember the wobbegong?
Is that like a mud guy?
No, they're just Wobbegong.
Yeah, he looks like a shag carpet. He looks like a mud guy.
Like that dude is definitely closer to like a ray. You know what I mean? Like, I would imagine he's in that category. Where he's like he's got his own stuff going on. He kind of went his own way when he was.
He's like
evolving.
He's like if Fraggle Rock was underwater.
Yeah,
he would be a guy in that.
He's a cool looking guy.
I did also think Garrison Keillor at first, but I do not think he is a feature of that town.
They move very slow, and it's not clear why so many people like it. It's really very strange. It's not funny.
Often found in a rocking chair on a porch.
Yeah,
with his ska suspenders on, playing a trumpet.
Yeah, basking shark is freaky for sure. That's one of the big ones.
Yeah, that's some Subnautica shit. Look at this. It's not a filter feeder though, right? But you can see they're not ribs, but it's just got a big. It has what it truly is a maw. Yeah. Like if any animal has a maw, it is a basking shark. This is horrible.
They apparently have very similar fins to great whites, which is kind of that's not what you want.
I guess this is a whole genre of shark called a carpet shark, and they are correctly named because they look like some damn carpet. Don't want to step on one of those guys. So yeah, I guess if that's a shark, you can expand the category. But it is kind of interesting that it's like, no, we just sort of made this up based on vibes. I guess that's most animal genuses and species is like, it's kind of vibes based.
Like I get like
it's
it does.
No, they all just go together.
Yeah.
Don't ask me more questions about this.
Like
they go together.
It does make sense that like a nurse shark and like a whale shark is part of the same kind of subgroup as the wobbegong for sure. Speaking of sharks, there was floating around back online the last few days the piece about the Greenland shark from the London Review of Books. talking about how they're like on average like 300 years old, which is insane. They have 20-year gestation. Like they're like it's a really good piece. It's by Catherine Rundell. It's very thought provoking. It's short, but it's just about how like they're just down there, man. You know, they're all over. They're down there where it's dark and cold and we can't see, and they're there for hundreds of years, and they're not really too concerned about what's going on up here until and unless they get obviously overfished for their oil and stuff, but their liver oil,
their precious ancient oil,
I guess they get eaten. That's why they had the nasty, like where they bury the meat and then hang it up for like a month.
Man, imagine like it's one thing to die to become like a succulent ribeye or something.
Yeah.
Dying to be turned into nasty, stinky, like a notoriously gross food. What an indignity.
Hakarl, or I think is what it's called.
Yeah. Just killing a 300-year-old creature to turn it into nasty, spoiled lutefisk or whatever.
But, I mean, on the counterpoint is like the only way you can eat me is if you do all this stuff because I'm so gross. Because they're basically like... part of why they're like part of keeping them like alive down there is that they're like they have tons of urea in their system, so they basically are just like piss. Like they're just like it's just like
made of piss.
So the piss is keeping them going.
They gotta get all the piss out of there before they.
At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, creatures made entirely of piss.
Primarily of piss.
There's a lot of that in like skincare products. Urea.
Piss.
Yeah, piss.
Piss.
It's a major piss component is like a touted as like a good skincare thing. So maybe these sharks are onto something.
I mean,
full of piss.
catcher for the Yankees, Jorge Posada, never wore gloves, and I
pissed on his hands.
He and other players. The story was that they used piss to
not only his own piss. He was getting other players.
I assume it was
his catching the piss.
I assume it was his. No, but other players also. Yes, there we go. I couldn't remember. I couldn't think of other names. Yeah.
Imagine that.
This is an important distinction. Other players would piss on their own hands.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not doing it back and forth. It's not, it's not shaving your back. You can do that. You can do it without meaning to. Sometimes.
I thought he was catching other people's piss as well to aid in the process.
No. It was apparently with Posada. It was spring training only. This is all on. You can read it on.
That would be good team building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pissing on each other. Yeah.
Toughen my hand. Help toughen my hands up, bro.
Toughen my hands, brother.
Keep my skin from cracking. Because I don't wear batting gloves for reasons that seems like a solution that doesn't involve pissing on your hands. You just wear batting gloves, but I don't like it.
It's really taking the long way around the solution. Taking the scenic route.
Doing that at a writer's retreat.
It toughens my hands.
When I type.
I thought it was a pitcher, and I was like, well, maybe like right as they're getting ready to swing, they get a whiff of piss, and they're like, that ball smells awful. And then strike one. They're behind.
Yeah, that's what the umps have to do. They have to check their hands for piss before they when they leave. Otherwise they're.
There's a couple.
It's against
NBA
the rules
players
to use a nasty ball.
Yeah.
There's a couple NBA players that are famous for smelling like absolute fucking shit on the court.
Oh yeah.
People I don't like guarding him. He smells fucking horrible.
Is it because they're like young and don't how like teenagers are smelly because they don't know how to like deal with it yet?
Yeah, I think it's that, and just like people just like work out like crazy and don't shower afterwards.
No one
some of them
European.
do work up a stink.
None of the smelly ones were European? I get it. I get it now.
No, he was European.
Yeah. Yes.
Waka waka.
Waka waka. Should that be what we go out on?
Shelby's big joke. Title of the episode.
Big joke. Shelby,
like and subscribe.
You're going in the crate for this one.
Y'all ready for this?
Find our Patreon bonus episodes, merch, Discord, and more at whatatimepod.com. And follow us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at whatatimepod. Check out Cap's other podcast, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters. Theme song by Naughty Professor. Thanks for listening, and best of luck.
That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
I don't have anything yet, but now that I can like walk and stuff, I'm hopefully going to be doing some more stand-up sometime soon. So stay tuned for events happening outside my home.
You can catch me. I got the newsletter at humbleoffering.com, and then I'm also streaming on Twitch regularly at twitch.tv/pig_dog. I'm trying to do more night streams because some people work in the middle of the day. I don't know what that's about, but Sunday nights and stuff, so... Not playing Subnautica, I can tell you that. That game is too scary. But I am playing Sekiro right now.
Nope. See ya. Nothing for me.
Bye.